Okay, hello, greetings and welcome everyone. All right, we're going to do a bit of work on Fajin and ways of tuning into your partner to get better results. How does your energy get into resonance with your partner's energy for Fajin training? So what we'll start with is my partner just projects at me in some way. So he just pushes, I touch base, draw it in, and I give a clumsy mechanical issue. So the most people, they drop down, ground out, and they load the fascia or the muscles, and they give their partner a bounce. So with this type of way of doing Fajin, you can see there's tension in my body. You can see I'm dependent on his tension. You can see the way it goes down, I'm mechanically shunting to create an effect. So I just call this clumsy Kung Fu, clumsy Tai Chi. Now, if I want to get a better result, take a stronger stance, back stance, Okay, so I touch his base. So now my mind has got a bit more resonance. I relax in. Now I've created a little bit of sung inside his body. Now he moves his hands towards me. Now I can softly work the energy. So there's far less. I'm still using big vertical circle, but there's less bridge. The softer touch, because now I've got resonance with his base, I've got some sung in his body, and then I produce more and more sung inside his body, and off that I'm getting a softer issue. It's working more easily. Now, once you do a few sets of just going deeper and deeper sung and feeling inside, getting that relaxing your mind through your partner to pick up the base, this gives you a place for your energy to hit on a deeper level. Now, if I want to go even deeper into a system to start working with empty force, I'd start looking at tension inside his body, do a bit of healing work. So I want to touch these places inside of his body. So what I'm doing is just detecting tension around his body and just moving energy and pulling that tension out and dissolving it. Now you can just touch and put sung into his body and empty it that way, or you can touch and just pull that energy out of his body. And when you're going through these parts of his body, you can get in there and feel what you've done. And then when he brings his hands up and you start touching again, you've got a deeper connection inside your partner. And then the mechanics of I'm not having to drop my body anymore. I'm not having to stretch the fascia. I'm not having to drop to stimulate the chi. It's just my mind connects in, and I work with it more with the yi than the body mechanic. Now the advantage of dropping is you stimulate the energetic movement without being able to feel energy. All you have to do is relax and drop and stick to your partner, and you get a reaction. So I did a video on empty and full Qigong, where you use body mechanics to stimulate the Qi, and you use body mechanics to empty the Qi, then you use mind and will to stimulate and condense and fill the Qi, and then you use mind to empty the Qi. Same thing with Fajin. Start with body mechanics to create the Jin and the power, and then go to feeling and use your mind without the body mechanics to create the Jin, the flow to whatever energy you want to do. And this is what takes you from a sort of an entry level of mechanic dependence to a middle level of working with astral energies in the lighter bridge, to a higher level of just using your mind and working with empty force and bridging into hermetics and what hermetic work is in developing the mind. And this is that stage where it's spiritual development, because the yi, the mind, is an aspect of spirit, using your spirit senses to do this. And to train in that way is a purely mental, spiritual development. And that's what we're after in all internal martial arts, is cultivating the mind. The mind doesn't necessarily get cultivated to a very high level when you're body mechanic dependent. You want to transition out of that dependence as quickly as possible. Okay, thanks for your time, and see you on the next video.